Welcome back to my channel. Today we are gonna do this makeup look. I'm actually sweating a little bit right now. That's why I look extra glowy. And that's just because I'm sick. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Good morning, I just woke up. Let's do some sun-kissed makeup. So to start off with, we're gonna just put our hair back. What a day. So I got a little bit sunburnt yesterday, if you guys can see. And I think that's what's kind of inspired this whole like summery look today. So we're gonna do it. With any makeup look, it always starts out with SPF, especially in summer for me. I always put it on the back of my hand and then I'll put it all over my face. And with a lot of sunscreens, I always give it a really good amount of time to kind of dry. And then if I have any excess, I just wipe it all over my hands. I probably do not have enough on my face, but that's okay because I'm already gonna cover it in makeup, so we're good. And then while that is settling in, I'm going to gel my eyebrows. Just so they can feel a little bit more lifted and a little bit more, I don't know if you guys care what I'm using. I kind of use the exact same products in all of my videos. So I always brush them just away from my face to give it that kind of like lifted effect. And I'm sorry, but if you don't see a difference, you're wrong. There's a huge difference in how it lifts my whole face up when I brush them away. And then I just go over like the very ends of them to kind of swoop it so it doesn't look like I have spiky eyebrows. This eyebrow always turns out better than this one. I think this one just is my better eyebrow. I've tried to come to terms with it. I've had to come to terms with it. And that's the way it is. While I'm waiting for kind of my sunscreen to still soak in, I'm going to go in with my bronzing color and I'm going to put that all over my eyes. So I'll show you that. So this is just what it is. It's the Nars something Laguna 2. I just got a little tester because I don't use a ton of it. And I just take it up with my finger and I'm just sweeping it across my eye. I want it to be very, very messy. That way it's not like too put together. We don't want to look like we're trying too hard, even though you're watching a makeup tutorial right now. I want to like try and give 110%, but then everyone's like, oh, she only put in 30% and she looks so good. And I also love the way that it mattifies my eyelids. I used to always think that I need really glowy eyelids, but then I just feel like I look a little sweaty. So we don't want that. And then I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. Halo Glow. I literally use this every day. It is so good. I used to be a big Charlotte Tilbury girl until someone got me on the e.l.f. train, and now I don't know if I can go back. And you can see today it's a little bit paler for me since I do have a little bit of a tan already. Thank you, sunshine. Thank you, fake tan. I'm going to do a mixture of like tapping it in and rubbing it in just to really let it get into my skin. It's not even really for color-wise because I already have that kind of tan. It's mostly for glow. With me being sick, my nose is running like crazy, so if it looks a little dry and crusty, we're just gonna ignore it. It will not normally look like that, but it does today. Okay, and then that's in there, and then the next step that we're gonna do is we're gonna brighten a few spots with concealer. We don't wanna brighten it too much because we still wanna keep our tan. So I'm just gonna grab my little concealer, and I'm gonna go right in the corner, right there, and really, like, less is more today. Normally, I would go right under here. One on my nose, and one right in the middle of my forehead. And then I'm just gonna pat at it. And I'm only patting in the areas that I want to be very, very blendy and not as high coverage. I'm actually gonna leave the ones under my eyes for a little bit just so they can set a little bit more. Pat, 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 pat. Now my eyebrows have dried out a little bit, so we're gonna go in and fill the sparse spots. Filling in my eyebrows. There's no real method to this. I'm just filling in wherever I feel like I need to. And then I always try and line up the corner of my eye with the start of my eyebrow. I've been seeing a lot of videos lately on eyebrow blindness. I don't know if I have it, but I'm just doing whatever I feel good in, you know? I don't want to make them look too done. Like I want them to be very natural because, again, sun-kissed, beachy, all those things. And then I'm just gonna tap this in. So as you can see, that is way more full coverage than what I tapped in down here or up here, simply because I let it sit for that little bit longer. And then this part is optional. You can just leave the eyes as they are because it is very pretty. But I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of a deeper, normally I use this one on the outer corner, this like really dark one, but I'm gonna go one step up and just use this more reddish toned one, like right on that outer corner of my eye, just to give me some warmth. You know what I mean? I don't even know how to say it. I'll just show you. So I grab it and I'm just gonna kind of sweep it right on that little outer corner a little bit. And I don't even know if you can tell the difference. I can tell the difference. It just adds that little bit of warmth right in that corner right there. And I feel like it just makes me feel like I've been in the sun. Again, we don't want it to be too precise. So if I do make it too wingy, then I'm just going to tap it out. And then I am going to go in and I'm just going to like kind of put some right in my crease area. I have quite a hooded eye, so sometimes I want to just bring that warmth a little bit up. I'm also not a makeup artist. Okay, and then the next, if I could, I'm going to go blow my nose. I'll be right back. The next step that we're going to do is we're going to put on blush. Look at how disgusting my Rare Beauty blush looks. It just leaks everywhere, so I keep it in its own little corner. But I love the color, so I can't get rid of it yet. So the way that I'm going to do it for Sunkissed is I'm not just going to put it up here. I'm going to actually go a little bit lower. And then we're going to work it up. And I'm going to put some right on the corners of my eyes and right on the middle of my nose. I'm going to start out by tapping it in with my fingers. And then I'm going to grab my bigger blush brush and then we'll sweep it across just to like fully blend it. So I'm going to start out right where we put in the most blush, which is at my cheeks. And I'm doing it at the same time so you can have that same look as you kind of glide up. And then we're going to work our way into the eyes. This side I put on too much blush, like you can already see it. This side is more of the look that I'm like going for. And then I'm going to take one finger and tap around my nose. Just for the stuff that's not as blended, I'm just going to take this brush. And when I go over my eyebrow, I kind of just tap it in. I don't sweep so I don't mess up the brow. This one, we need to sweep a little more on that cheekbone. Really blend her in there. And honestly, if you do too much blush, who cares? It's summer. And then I'm going to grab a little bit of my contour stick and I'm just going to go where I always contour. I'm going to go a little bit on my nose. And then I'm going to kind of lift my cheeks up a little bit. And a little on the jaw. And I'm going to blend it in with my fingers because the brush that I normally use to blend it, I now started using for fake tans. My jawline, I really don't care if I'm even like wiping it off. I just do not want to stripe, you know? I've seen it before on myself in like a photo afterwards or something and I'm like, oh, a stripe. And then I'm just quickly patting right there. The key to a very like natural-ish makeup look is I'm literally, so whenever I put my makeup, I kind of am just tapping it on my eyelids too, so it just connects my whole face. And then I'm going to go back in with this bronzy color, and I'm going to use the same brush that we used for our blush. I don't care if it has a little bit of that blush residue on it. That also makes the look a little bit more cohesive. So again, I just sweeped my forehead, my cheeks, I tapped a little bit on my nose, and then I'm going down my neck just to really blend it all together. Okay, and then this part is definitely optional. You do not have to do this, but one of my favorite parts to feel a little bit more sun-kissed is just by adding a little bit of fake freckles. So this is called Freck OG, and you just dot some on. And you have to watch out a little bit, because sometimes if you do them like too often, or if they're too teeny, they look like blackheads, and we don't want to be giving ourselves those. So you kind of take it, I like let it sit for like literally 3 seconds, and then I put my finger on, pat it down. And that is what is going to transfer all of those freckles. Today, I feel like I'm just going to do it around my nose because that's the look that we're going for. I'm not going to go, sometimes I go all the way around and like everywhere. I'm just feeling a little lazy. So that's what we're going to do. Now you get like the whole point of it. I am going to curl my eyelashes because I just want them to feel very like volumey. I had a substitute teacher in school. She told our class that she was curling her eyelashes and then someone scared her and she like jumped, and that haunts me. Like I'm always afraid now that I'm gonna rip out all my eyelashes. Not always, but whenever I remember the story, I'm like, ugh. Today I'm gonna put on mascara, but I'm gonna show you how to do it in a way that's not too cakey. So this is a brown black mascara, and I'm literally just gonna put it right on the tips of my eyelashes. I'm not gonna go bottom to top. If I accidentally do, then obviously I'll do the full thing, but I literally, so I grab my mirror and I just barely do the tops of them. And I don't know if you guys can even tell the difference, but it's very, very natural. It's just the littlest glow. And then I'm gonna grab this creamy waterline pencil and I'm just gonna go on that bottom lash line. Now you might be thinking, Brittany, that's kind of dramatic. I thought we were going for natural. Well, we are, because then I'm gonna take it and I'm just gonna smudge it out with my finger. And then make sure to clean up your bottom eyelashes really good so that it doesn't have any like weird residue on it. The next part that we're gonna do is focus on the lip. Again, with me being sick, my lips are very, very dry and cracked and horrible. What I find for sun-kissed makeup, if I can even talk, oh my goodness. I wanna take, again, like some of these brown shades and just mixing them. And I'm just gonna put it on my lip line. And then I put my lips together. And I just connect my Cupid's bow a little bit. Then I'm going to grab my Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Medium. And just fill in these spots. And then that same waterline liner that we used, I'm taking that again, even though it is an eyeliner pencil. And I'm just putting it in that middle section. And it looks crazy right now. It looks crazy. But I'm grabbing a little lip gloss. And I feel like that just adds that like shine right in the middle that we all kind of love. Take off my headband, give my hair a few shakes. Ugh, I shouldn't have done that. Being sick sucks. And yeah, this is the full look. I'm gonna curl my hair and then I'm gonna do the intro and outro. Okay, I'll be back. So my whole head is curled. I feel so good. And this is the full makeup look. I don't feel like the look is too overdone. I feel like it's very glowy. There's that slight hint of blush without there being like an overpowering blush effect. I love that it goes up on my eyes. And I feel like it makes your eyes brighter even though we didn't add any lightness in there. Let me know how you feel about it. If you absolutely hate it, let me know. Today is actually Canada Day, so I'm gonna go to a parade wearing this and see how it like sweats off. My one thing is I do not own a setting spray. I just am almost too scared to buy one. I don't know which one to buy. So if you guys have any recommendations, let me know. That way my makeup won't melt off. But that's the one thing that I would probably add to this. It's more of like a dewy setting spray. Yeah, thank you guys for spending some time with me and doing makeup together because I'm hoping you did yours too. If you guys liked the video, feel free to subscribe. Feel free to drop a like. Hopefully none of you guys are sick like me. I will be praying for you if you are. Have a good day.